So today I'm going to share with you my process behind building a wireframe. So let's get started. So the number one thing that I try to do all the time is to write down what I want to do, obviously, what needs to be solved, the problem that needs to be solved, and writing, in my humble opinion, is the best way to achieve that. So I've already started with um, my note. Like you can see here, let's build a wireframe for feedback system. So the problem that we are trying to solve right now is the feedback system. Why? Why a feedback system? Because in order to improve in anything in life, especially in business, you want to take your business to another level, you need to build what we call a product crazy. That is, people are going to want to consume your business offering, and that's very important. But we don't see this plenty of places because people don't have a mechanism to get feedback. And so today, let's build one. And the key here is in this example, we are going to use an anonymous feedback system. We won't really get into the details of how we want to implement it, of course, because it's not easy, because we need to, for example, hide a lot of stuff. But let's get started at the case. So like I said, you want to give anonymous feedback so that people can business can improve their offering, their services, even the products. And let's say you have a good friend who has a business and he or she's selling kebab, let's say, but sometimes you go there, the kebab is the bread is not good enough. So since this person is a good friend of you, or to the very least you have a very nice relationship with him or her, you don't want to say it right in his or her face, hey, your kebab is bad, man. So no, we have this feedback system, and we want to say about it. So let's try to simply think about what we might have, what we might want to do. Okay, so this is, let's say we have a mobile application, or maybe web, because I'm a web developer by trade. So let's say we have, what we want to do is to have the business here, or maybe the business already has their, you log into, I'm not sure how to think about this the first time. So let's say you have this business called ABC, and they want to actually, um, so you they want to give allow, they want to allow feedback. So let's take the example of the kebab itself. ABC sells kebab, they want to allow feedback. So they give you a link. Just taking an example that I think is the easiest to think about. So yeah, they give you a link, and from that link, what you do is you go on this website and then you put a feedback that's anonymous. That's it. But the key here is also to think in terms of idempotency. What this means is that, let's say I've already pushed or posted my feedback. I shouldn't have the rights, or it shouldn't be possible for me to push to do another feedback. Why? Because it's going to be spam, and yeah, so it doesn't make any sense, to be honest. So here, let's say we have this product or service here, and then we have text whereby we write the text here, and maybe we write some text out. How satisfied were you? In fact, we don't even need this. I'm just writing it here, and we give some types of rating: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't think it's important. So maybe we just put the text here. You choose service. So in fact, I would argue that you don't even need to choose the service. So let's do another iteration. We're going to go through the iteration by iteration approach. And the service will appear here. Service for now. The next phase of this iteration is, of course, thinking about the naming, like service product, or maybe you can put it as offering here. So just an example, kebab, and company name, maybe. Yeah, we didn't. You see, we didn't think about that. Company name, let's say ABC. I think we should invert it. So we are going to change the place. And then we have your give your anonymous feedback here. Boom. Okay, so something like that. It's anonymous, so we don't want to ask the user his or her name. We don't want to ask about the email as well. And for mobile, let's say, I'm not sure if you've seen it, forgot to look on the screen. For mobile, we have something like company name, company ABC, and product kebab. And then we have feedback, so it's in the middle of the screen, and then we have send. We can easily just put a placeholder here, placeholder. Give your feedback, blah blah blah. So that's pretty nice. Just thinking what's missing, if anything else is missing, and then how to make it more idempotent. So idempotent might seems like a big word, but the truth is like idempotent basically says once you've sent this, even if you send multiple times, it doesn't matter. So we are going to send you the so this is the UI of the SIP, and this is also not only the UI but the user interface for the user, for the consumer, because we also need to think about the admin interface for a business to create the let's say the feedback for a specific offering or for the shop as well. So this is a minimum viable product, but I'm even thinking that you can give feedback to the shop itself. For example, it doesn't have a proper parking space. So we can go on and on like that, and I think it's quite interesting. So in terms of idempotency, we just take the agent details, something like that, and maybe the IP address. So the IP might be included in the agent details, and then we either make a hash of it, and or maybe we just keep. We shouldn't, in reality, though, we shouldn't be able to keep those details without a privacy notice, I believe. So we just put a privacy notice somewhere. But this is, remember, a minimum viable product, so we don't need all that stuff. And like I said at the beginning of this video, in terms of implementing the actual idempotent pod, it's not easy, it's quite hard. So I think that's a good wireframe to begin with. So okay, we've looked into how to build a wireframe, and I think it's very important and very interesting, this process. And yeah, so ideally, if you have such a in fact, I would argue if you have any problem to solve, the best thing is to start writing down, start designing down, and then you get started on that. And finally, yeah, I'm going to be sharing a lot more my process, or I'm going to document much more my journey being a writer, a professional developer, and also I'm thinking more about my quest in learning and actualizing marketing, sales, and even pitching. So if this is the kind of content that you like, you think you might learn from this, I would encourage you to like and to follow. And of course, if you have something interesting to add, send me a message, or much simpler, just put it in the comments below. So hey, thank you, see you later.